Housing inventory exploding. The bubble boys are at it again. My X feed is flooded with housing inventory exploding. All these houses coming back to the market, just flooding the market. The reality is, it's not. There's some markets where inventory is up a little bit, and then there's the natural cycle of coming into the spring market, which we're rolling into the spring market. Inventory naturally increases as buyer demand starts entering the market. So locally here, we're seeing a little bit of inventory increase, and then we're also seeing buyer activity increase. So I've been running into multiple offer situations. Here's where this gets to be a problem: is people will read the headlines, will read that and think, oh, okay, inventory is exploding, people, the sellers are getting desperate, I'm going to make low offers, and then we end up in multiple offer situations. So it's the market is reacting different than what the headlines or what the people are telling you out there. So I'll run through our local data here, and it looks like oh, hey, thinking time from Chicago, that market is hot. So there's no spike in inventory there, I bet. So typically the Midwestern, the northern markets are doing very well. The southern markets that exploded during COVID, that had enormous price gains, those are the markets that got slightly overbuilt, and that's where a lot of this stuff is coming from. But if you're in a northern market, you're probably sitting on low inventory still. So here's our local market here. This is InfoSparks. This is coming straight off the local MLS here. We'll go back to 2008, where we had about 34,000 homes for sale in the Twin Cities, population of about 2 million. And now we're closer to 2.5 million. And this is the increase that we're seeing here. From 2022, we're at 6,800 homes for sale, and we've climbed up to 9,500. But they're just saying since January of last year, we're up 500 houses for sale out of a population of close to 3 million, 2.5, 3 million. So we don't have a massive amount of inventory here. Our pending sales, they spiked a little bit in the fall. They're going to start to come up here. This data is from February, not March. So we're going to see that start to roll over here. Closed sales, same thing. Days on market, 23 days on the market. Things are moving fast. Months supply, 2.5 months supply. It's going to take you 4 to 6 months to build a new house. We used to be able to do it in 3 months, but labor, materials, everything that has to go into a house with all the new codes and stuff, that the timeline has lengthened quite a bit. Median sales price is still up, 390,000 as of February. Price per square foot, this includes everything: townhouse, condo, single family, all price ranges, $201 a square foot. That's all over the place. It depends on the quality you get. List price, 410% of original list price. Oh, they're still getting 100% of original list price. Go back to when interest rates were low, you were getting well over list price consistently. Showings per pending, 9 showings per pending. So typical our median house or average house will get 9 showings before it goes pended. That's median. Average is 13. So the market is much different than what you're seeing on X. Where there's a house that came up yesterday, one day on the market. I went there. There was a line of cars out front. It was priced real well. It was priced for a remodel. The kitchen had been gutted. The bathrooms had been gutted. The house reeked of pet urine, cat urine. So all the carpeting was ripped out of there. The sheetrock was cut 3 foot up all the way around the house. And they were liquidating it, basically, just trying to sell it. So there was margin in there to fix it up and then to make money. That afternoon, I went through their line of cars out front, people trying to get in. I figured there's close to 100,000 worth of work in that house, and it was priced in the low 2s. It was worth about 4. So, you could probably end up walking out of there with 50,000 if you could buy it at that price. But that's going into multiple offers. And I backed away from that one. I'm not going to go chase that. Someone's going to end up overbidding and paying too much for it. If I could got in at that price, I probably would have. So those deals are out there, but they go fast and you go into multiples. If you get into something that you want to like turnkey move into and it's a nice shape, that stuff moves real fast too. If you're slightly overpriced, you're going to sit a little bit. But even those are starting to get more activity. But we're seeing multiple offers up to like $2 million list price. That's well above median sitting right around 4. So, just above median, still very active as long as it's in good condition, and it hits all the things that buyers want. The investment side, which I do a lot of, it's hard to find those deals out there. People still overpay for them. They're out there, but man, it's hard to make deals work. It's hard to make properties cash flow in this market. So I just wanted to jump in, and I know that thumbnail's deceiving. I'm playing around with the Google AI to create thumbnails, to get better thumbnails and make my life easier. That one got a little more dramatic, but that's the way it felt like scrolling on X this morning. So welcome from Chicago. If you got anything to add, I'm going to be signing off here. I got to get back to work. I just want to jump on the market. I was kind of going through the market stats and going to be pricing a few properties. So I'm trying to price them accordingly with the upcoming market. And, we're rolling into the spring market. Things are starting to get active. The markets are a little spooked with the Iran stuff. I'm kind of optimistic that's not going to last. I think that's going to kind of stabilize here in the next couple of weeks. But everyone's a little spooked right now, and so are the markets. And then the other wild card out there is I don't understand what's happening with BlackRock. So, all right. Well, glad you could jump on, and I will check out later. And yeah, that's all I got for today. So have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.